apartment. Like we
y'all relaxed on my couch.
Yeah, y'all took.
You like it?
Go ahead and start this clock now because we got beef.
So
start the clock. So we
very
automatically got beef with the director, writer, cast of the reading here on set today. Casey, do you want to voice your concerns with what's happening right now?
You sure you want to do that?
Our audience is probably weirded out because I'm never on this side, and I got to watch what I say now because I'm too close to him.
Yeah, because we'll fight.
So normally I'm safe in the space because I can talk mess over there, and then I'm in good distance to get to that door or get to a knife. But
Wow.
my
That escalated real quick.
couch has been taken away. So
Do you want to fight about? Do you have beef with us on this couch?
I do not want to be read.
Okay, because we jump.
Why you don't want to fight out? Like they are from Houston.
I feel like he's feeling froggy.
He is.
What high school y'all went to?
I went to Pearland, baby.
What year you graduated?
Wait. Hold on.
What year you graduated?
09.
Okay.
I was a track star there.
Gotcha.
I went to Humble.
Let's start the interview
Humble.
appropriately and we're going to jump right into it. Special episode today. If you all don't know, first I'm gonna throw it to Courtney first.
All right.
We're fortunate today to have not only the writer, because I just want to know how you came up with some of this stuff. That's where we're gonna start. But also the director, and are you producing this as well?
Yeah, I produced it.
Okay, so producing also of the reading that's starring Monique. We also are fortunate to have two co-stars in the movie today here with us as well. But also Lee Daniels was a part of this. So we're gonna throw it to you first. Let's do a proper introduction, and if you don't mind, let's throw it to Who Stole Our Couch also. We'll let them go for the introduction also. So camera on you, Courtney.
My name is Courtney Glaude, writer, director, producer of the reading. From Houston. Been here, staying here, don't plan on going anywhere. That's really it. I want to throw it to Chasity, my star and other co-star.
I cannot.
She was weird in the reading.
Pretty weird, baby.
Did he write it?
Hold on, I ain't finished with my introduction. Along with her co-star and star, Denisha Hardeman.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? Who plays Jesse? Chasity plays Sky. And so it's a roller coaster of a film.
Okay. So ladies, can y'all explain? So y'all weren't here just yet. I was like, I'll figure out where everybody's gonna sit on the set. I'm not gonna say who, but one person, maybe Chasity, was like, nah, I got the couch. Not only did she take the couch, she sat in the middle of the couch in the beginning.
That's her energy.
No, you have proof?
I don't have proof.
Were the cameras rolling?
The cameras were not rolling at that time.
See,
But if they were, I don't think they caught that.
Yeah.
that's probably because she did that stuff she doing in the movie.
See, I feel like we're going to have beef.
So please introduce yourselves as well. I know you've already got an introduction, but please introduce yourself to the audience also.
Didi, would you like to go first?
Why? Okay.
My energy, I have to calm my energy.
All right.
She
Yeah,
can
because
feel
he
it.
is low. All right. Hi, guys.
sorry.
My name is Denisha Hardeman. I go by Didi. I am from Houston, Texas. I moved to Los Angeles 10 years ago. I play Jesse in the reading. I do a lot of work in Houston. I have a charity here, and I have a film festival called the National Black Film Festival here. And yeah, I act, write, and all that stuff. And I play Jesse. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello. My name is Chasity Sorrell Jenkins, and I play Sky in the reading. I'm an actress, designer, and energy reader.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you say that you got some poor energy? Is that what it is?
It's negative.
I didn't say that. You
But said
did.
energy reading though. So is it?
I didn't say
So you
anything.
got positive energy.
He
then.
got to be a Scorpio.
Oh,
I'm a Scorpio.
You feel like a Scorpio.
Oh no, Taurus.
Oh, even worse.
What's wrong with a Taurus?
my husband is a Taurus.
My sister.
My wife is a Scorpio.
Oh, see,
no.
Sense the energy.
I was about to say, female
Courtney,
Scorpios
is this
are
how it
great.
is on
It's
set?
great.
Is this
Hey.
how it is on set?
And this is how he is. He's just like,
See how quiet I am?
until it's time to work, he like,
Feel like home.
whatever.
Why is a Taurus worse though?
They hard headed.
Very
Oh,
much
okay.
so.
Very
Hard headed.
When is your
stubborn.
birthday?
April 25th.
And you at April Taurus. Good Lord Jesus. Right after the Aries.
Shit.
My goodness.
All right, let's get to it. So Courtney, let's start with you.
All
Kind of give us some of your background. What high school, et cetera, did you go to? You know, Houstonians, they want to know all the details. So
I went to like 9 schools from like elementary to like high school. So it's so weird when I say, oh, I'm from, and then other people are like, well, you went here too. So I went to like 9 schools. I've always stayed on the north side from 5th Ward to the Trinity Garden area. And I probably went to every school in that area.
Were you bad like me?
Nah, man. You know,
like me.
We just moved a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So we moved a lot. So, you know, with the every year, you know, with the when you gotta submit to a school and you gotta be in a zone, I had to go to another school. So yeah, I've been all around like the north side area. I wasn't bad. I just was misunderstood.
Wait, hold on. That we gotta break that down.
Yeah, that was
misunderstood, not bad.
Yeah, this is the thing. So like people think because you write and you quiet, you a bitch. It just wasn't.
What?
It wasn't.
Wait.
They test that theory.
Quickly,
like
yes.
it's a lot of test that theory, and then I'm always like, you know, my motto was like, my mom always told me, don't come home telling me nobody whooped you, because I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Amen.
Straight up.
And I feared her more than anything else. So me and you gonna go, and then I'm gonna go home and tell her. You know what I'm saying?
So it sounds like you may have been the reason you had to go to a different school.
Nah, it was, you know, when somebody say something to you, that's what starts it. You know what I'm saying? So if you start,
Who you
know what I'm
pointing
saying?
at?
We gotta
Let me ask you
That's
this.
the
You had a
person. That's the
flashback.
person.
You
And
say-
then like from Houston, you know, like that's why I always tell people like in this industry, Houston, we're really humble people,
Straight up,
creative
for
people.
sure.
We chill, but I don't think we just really running away from nothing. That ain't that's not our
All
that's
right.
not our thing.
I got a question. So you said you was quiet, but you wrote.
Yeah.
So would you express yourself like through writing?
Yeah, I was so you know, I always tell people this. One of the other reasons why we moved is like I now I know I probably was bullied a lot at school because I was so quiet. And like I tell people this all the time too. So I was raised by my grandmother and my mom. So as a kid, like people used to really, really pick on me because I think I had feminine movements because my dad wasn't around. So I'm mimicking everything that I see at home.
Yeah.
So like when as a 9-year-old, the way that you move, people judge the way that you move by your body language. But my body language is like a 60-year-old woman or my mom, right? So I think, but you know, my mom is a super, super street woman. So like, I have her mentality. So once it clicks on, it clicks on. So I did that, and then my mom had issues as well, to where like I was abused at home. So for me, I used to always want to be somewhere else. So my imagination grew so much because I always wanted to be somewhere else, and I just took to writing and storytelling. So it really wasn't about like writing down my emotions. It was more about just writing down a place that I preferred to be more than the place I was at that time.
Escaping.
You know what I'm saying? And it just grew. You know
My
what I'm saying?
follow-up question.
Yeah.
In those 9 schools, how many letters did you write to, from, you, date, reason,
man.
song, artist, with the fold, pull me tab,
Man.
with the smiley face?
A million, and then learn, and then you know,
still write my wife,
You know, you gotta. I was the king of folding them. I find, you know how you find different ways to fold them.
Yeah.
Boy, I was on.
I
I
remember
found
the
a way
first
you
time.
could thump it and it land in a shirt. Boy, you know what I'm saying? Man, I'm trying to tell you.
Ain't nobody ever know. Yeah, right. Ain't nobody else gonna thump something.
Trying to tell you.
Thumb nothing at me.
Get that rubber band in. Right around
See,
that
that's why
shit.
you
That's
had
why I hate
to.
middle
That's why he
school
had to
boys.
transfer schools. That's
That's
why,
why.
right there.
Girls in the eye with letters.
He just told on himself.
The more you talk, the more the truth come out. It seems like.
Because at first you was asking,
Jesus Christ.
did he write, to kind of relieve things?
He came up with
techniques.
Yeah, I'm talking about some files.
Never heard of that.
Slingshot.
My
Don't you
favorite
sling no
technique-
script at me. I know that.
My favorite technique was the do the fold and then have that little tab.
Yeah,
and
you
write,
pull it.
and write pull me with the smiley face.
My shit
Oh,
transformed.
man.
We are telling our age.
That's fine. I'm-
Y'all old. I'm 20.
All right. So let's maybe talk about, when did writing become like a passion for you?
High school.
High school. Okay.
Yeah, I was bored in class one time, and the English teacher was like, either y'all do this assignment or y'all can enter into this some type of poetry contest. And I didn't want to do no work, so I was like, all right, let me just write something. And this was my first time writing, period, and it like won like national. I think it was so bad. Like I still have the little paper that it was in or whatever, and it like won national. And then after that, I used to catch the bus to school, and I transferred to the school called CLC, which was on the south side, but I still stayed on the north side, right? And so that long bus ride, I swear I was just on there one day, and I was like, man, I feel like writing a story. And I just really started writing. And after that point, it was such a great feeling for me to write something and then go tell somebody about it and then see their reaction. And from the jump, I was getting really, really good reactions. But like nobody, how we grew up, they didn't tell you can go to school for being
straight up
screenwriter.
Straight up.
So I didn't even know what I was doing at that point. I didn't know writing stories. You could get paid and have a career. They either said you gonna go to the army, or you need to go to college to figure this out, or you need to go be a firefighter or something like that, but nobody really jumped into the creative part, so it was just something I had to figure out on my own.
Nah, that's what's up. Yeah, I mean, you got to think about what we see at home is never what y'all are doing.
Yeah.
Like it's almost unattainable, especially in Houston.
Yeah.
You're not thinking that you can write, direct, star, act, any of that here until probably recently. Like, so I'm gonna throw it to you two. When did y'all think, hey, I can actually be an actress? Like that's what I want to do with my life, my career. When did that start for y'all?
I probably came out the womb acting. So I literally started in church. We had a family church, and I was a show off, believe it or not.
Oh,
Shut
no,
up.
we believe it.
Shut up.
We may not.
Not too much.
Do we
Not too much.
believe that,
Not
Phil?
too much.
That's
Not
so
too much of my
far-fetched.
fish.
That's
Not
so
too much.
far-fetched.
Okay. So we would have.
You came in a leopard hat, like he just said.
I'm giving this,
Well, no, it's dope. No, we got you. We got it. We got it.
And so we would have to, we would go to Bible study, and we would have to, like, your age group would have to read like a quote. I didn't care what the Bible verse was. It just had to be the longest because I wanted to memorize it and perform it for everybody. So we had like 3 minutes. So I would be like, okay, this is 3 pages, cool. And I would memorize it. And then, so they would have me do the Easter speeches and stuff. And people would come from other churches to see me do Easter and Christmas speeches. And I actually, Easter. I actually played piano. I actually started I went to Madden Elementary. I started the theater. I complained to the principal that there was no theater and no praise dancing. And I won president of my school in the 5th grade. Wow. Because I was head cheerleader. I know, it's crazy. And then we started a theater program for me. And I was in choir. I know, it's crazy. I wanted to show off, okay?
Good.
And then I went to Pershing Middle School, and I won Best Actress my 6th grade year. They didn't give it to me my 7th grade year because I was the first Black Dorothy, and the non-Black parents protested.
It sounds like you still got some animosity from.
I do, because I didn't win my 7th grade year because of that. They actually protested because I was the first Black Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz at Pershing Middle School.
Wow.
And then I won again my 8th grade year, and my teachers pulled and I was into sports. So I was a great basketball player. I was a great track runner. I was top of the nation in that. So my teachers pulled my parents to the side, and they said, okay, here's the thing. Dee Dee needs to go to New York. She needs to go to New York. She needs to be an actress. So my parents were very big on letting me and my siblings pick our futures. They never, my mom actually was training for the Olympics, but she never made us run track. My dad played semi-pro baseball, but they never pushed that on us. We were just talented. So my parents said, okay, what you want to do? My mom was like, I will leave work. Dad will stay here with your brothers and sister, and we will go to New York. And I said, I do not see anyone that looks like me on movies. Now, granted, I was watching movies I wasn't supposed to be watching. So I seen like Nia Long them. I was like, are they older than me? So I turned down New York. They had an apartment for me. They had everything for me. I turned it down, and I went to Pearland. I actually got into HSPVA, and I went to Pearland to pursue sports. And I was a top basketball player. I went to SMU for a track scholarship. I actually robbed a bank, and that's why I didn't go to LSU. That's another thing. I wrote a book about it. It's a crazy thing. It's a crazy story. It's a crazy story.
Hold on. That's like,
I'm so captivated by all of this.
We got to take a pause just right there for a second.
Yeah.
Because I can't allow robbing a bank
to just
that can't happen.
With Chuck E. Cheese coin.
Do y'all have any follow-up questions on robbing the bank, fellas?
I was still at church. I would go to this bank.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like what can you provide us some context?
I do a little bit. I wrote a book about it. Okay. It's chapter 3.
Plug the book.
All right. The book is called 8 Lanes. written by me. And it's kind of an autobiography. And the third chapter is called The Great Coin Robbery. I actually robbed a bank with Chuck E. Cheese coins. And this was a big story. I actually lost a lot of scholarships because of this.
Wait, this is real?
This is real. Yeah, my
With
brother.
Chuck
I
E.
wish my brother
Cheese
could be on
coins?
camera. Yeah, it's with
Yeah, yeah.
this is a real story.
This is a real story.
This is a real dead. I was handcuffed to the chair. I lost all of my scholarships because of this.
And you employed. This is what you got to say.
She remind me of my mama.
I didn't go and like set it off. I did it in a smart way.
Not
Wait,
really.
You thought about this. This wasn't no
I
accident.
did. I was really okay.
Holy
real
hell.
quick, because I know we got to move on. Real quick.
What?
During the hurricanes, right? You remember Hurricane Ike?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where a lot of people broke in everywhere and they were stealing stuff. So during this time, before Ike, it was another hurricane. I can't remember the name of it. I don't know if it was Rita.
Yeah, you know they go by the alphabet.
So we were in a school for a long time. So me and my best friend was like, bet, let's go to SFA. You know, we had friends at SFA. And we need some money because we were some spoiled, bratty kids and we didn't have whatever. Our parents were at work. She was like, cool, I got some coins. Let's go to the bank. And you know, the little coin, you know, you put the coin, you get the money. So we were putting the coins in there. You know, we had like $40. She had some Chuck E. Cheese coins. And she was like, I'm going to throw them in there, the coin star. And I was like, girl, that's gonna break it because usually it doesn't count. But when she threw it in there, this coin star is measuring by weight. It's not realizing that this is a Chuck E. Cheese coin. So it went up $1. So she's not paying attention. I was like, hold on. You got some more Chuck E. Cheese coins? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, go throw some more in there. And it kept going up $1. I was like, oh, this is measuring by weight. Oh. I was like, okay, well, go get them. And I had my Letterman on the first time, which is later in the story.
Oh.
So I was like, go get this.
Hold on, she said the first time.
The first time.
That means
The first time.
multiple.
Okay, let's go.
I said, go get this money and let me think for a second. So we get like $60. You know, we know the people at the bank because this is like a school. This is like the Pearland kind of credit union. So we know the people behind the counter.
Quick question.
Uh-huh.
And your name is on the back of the Letterman.
My Hardeman, yeah, my Letterman.
All right,
I know.
Continue.
Stupid, right?
Continue.
But I was like, go real quick, let me think. So she comes back to the car. She's like, what you think? And I was like, yo, Chuck E. Cheese coins are 4 for $1. We can get quadruple whatever we put in here. Bet, let's go to Chuck E. Cheese. We go to Chuck E. Cheese. They're like, y'all here for a party? Nah, player. We just need the coins. Get the coins. We get like 400 coins because it's quadruple what you get. Get like 400 coins. Say, okay, let's go back. Let's play it off. Let's put some pennies and stuff in there. Go in there. We get the $400. They give it to us from the coin store. I don't have my Letterman on this time. I was like, bet, it worked. Let's go to another Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh my gosh.
And let's get some more coins. We get like 1,500 coins.
This needs to be a movie.
We get like 1,500 coins. We go back. So now we go in with water bottles. I was like, we got to play. You know, I'm an actress. You know, I'm still an actress. We got to play it off. We go in there. We throw corn. So the corn star is before you get to the bank. It's in its own little thing. So this guy's with his son. He's like, that's a lot of coins. So he's like, hey, watch out. You know, iron our coin. We don't need nobody to see what we got in here.
Mind your business.
Throw the coins in there. Takes a little minute. It works. We go to there. The lady goes, oh, this is $1,700. And we was like, yeah, this is a graduation present. She goes and get the manager. My best friend is freaking out. I was like, I got it. Lady goes, y'all got this from the corn store, right? Yeah. What y'all want? 10s, 20s, and 100s. 20s and 100s. Count it out. Okay, because it's the receipt. It ain't fake. Hurricane Ike came. They have to move their money because people are robbing, you know, banks. They open it, nothing but Chuck E. Cheese coins come out. So now they have to go back and see who all went to the coin star. And they get to us, and my best friend lies at first. And I'm well known, right? I'm a track star. So they played a tape at the school, the first tape with my Letterman on. Everybody in the office goes, oh, that's Dee Dee. You need Dee Dee? We go get her. And I was a lab rat, so I'm prepping labs. Principal come in, and everybody like, oh, Lord, what Dee Dee do now? I was like, I don't know, I ain't do nothing. I was like, okay. And my cousin's a sheriff. So I thought somebody died because my best friend is crying because she wouldn't tell them who I was. She's crying. So I'm like, oh, they got her in and somebody died. And they handcuffed me to the seat. And I was like, okay, wait a minute. Who died for real? They gonna think I'm freaking out. Because this was like months later. And they was like, the detective came in. He looked like he was from Jumanji, with the mustache. He was like, "Hi, Miss Denisha." He's like, "I know you. You run with my daughter. You beat her a lot. I know who you are. I'm very familiar." I was like, "Okay, calm down. I know. What's wrong? What happened?" He's like, "Do you know anything about some Chuck E. Cheese coins?" I was like, "What?" No. And he was like, "I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm gonna tell you what I know happened." He plays out the story. He's like, "Now your best friend wouldn't give us up, but we know who you are. Like, so we can either do this the easy way,
Yeah.
or the hard way. And I don't want you to lose no scholarships, but you will. Like, we know who you are. So you need to call your parents. So the lady won't press charges. They need to get down here by 4:00 with the money.
How much was it total?
About $3,000.
Oh, they was scamming for real.
Yeah, about $3,000
With Chuck E. Cheese
in 2 hours. $3,000 in about 2 hours. And we didn't go back because I was like, okay, now we're doing too much. Let's just wait. And our parents had to get off work, go get that money. We tried to run away.
Oh my God.
And
Y'all tried to run away after that?
Nah, it's funny because he laughing like he ain't lying.
It was scary. We tried to run away. We turned our phone off. So we was like, we're just going to go to SFA because we about to get in trouble. She was a head cheerleader. I was a head track. And I was like, oh, snap. We about to get in trouble for real. Best friend, sister called and said, hey, Dee parents reported the car stolen. Y'all need to come back wherever y'all at. We turn around. We go to her house. Both sets of parents just sitting, like how we sit on this couch, sitting on the couch. Ooh. And they just looking. And they was like,
that's worse.
So who gonna talk first? So my best friend, when she nervous, she just started laughing. So she's cracking up. And I'm like shaking because like my parents, like I'm a sneaky kid. I'm a good kid. But like my mama is like when my daddy cried, I'm like, oh God. But my mama both our mamas just went off. Her daddy a deacon. It was... Hold on. But I got some new clothes and shoes out the deal,
You got to keep it?
Nah.
But
at the end of the day, they didn't let me. My punishment was always I couldn't go to practice.
Yeah.
If I can't go to practice, I cannot play in the game or I cannot run. That was my punishment for like 3 weeks, and I was up.
Oh, 3,000 for 3 weeks. I'm in.
For real.
Well, I didn't go to a lot of stuff. I got my car taken. They took the car. Like it was one of them girl punishments. But
storytelling is top tier.
That's like a punishment. From my perspective, like the PPP people, like not going to jail.
Yeah,
and I'm sitting back like you only got 3 weeks of no
for 3
sports activities for $3,000.
But I lost the scholarships at the end of the day. Yeah. That was my thing. I was up for I went to 10 visits. Right, you get 10 visits. I wanted to go to LSU. I went to USC. I got into Cornell.
Okay.
So I didn't get to do that. Like that, my career in my head was like, oh, this is done. Like I messed up.
Hey, they put it on your record?
Yeah, it was all in the
newspaper. You got a felony, huh?
Yeah, it's close. We got lawyers and stuff. She didn't press charges.
Gotcha.
When you're a top athlete, you got people gunning for you. Straight so they don't want me to get the scholarship. So now you got people calling the school. She don't need to run. Like my coach, like they had to go ham for me, and I was super smart. So when I got into SMU, I had a partial scholarship the first couple of months because I was still on like a probation. Like, so I didn't even get my full, like I still had to be good, but I got a science scholarship because I went to school for biochem and then I switched to criminal psychology. And then I started acting again at SMU and they were like, you're great. And I went through a domestic violence situation at school and I had to leave school for a little bit because nobody knew. And when I did that, I signed to Page Parks because I was like, I need to do something. Now I'm not in school again. Like I'm panicking. And I booked a whole bunch of stuff, but I was in a DV situation. So we were going back and forth. Then I booked a really big gig and my agent called and she said, okay, if you don't go to this gig, I have to drop you. So my parents again was like, what do you want to do? Do you want to stay in school? Do you want to go to this gig? Because you got a lot going on. I went. It ended up being Django Unchained. Wow. I ended up being Kerry Washington Standing. I made Quentin Tarantino laugh. Wow. I ended up meeting Jamie Foxx, who put me on. They gave me lines. It was cut, but I got my line. This is my first movie experience. And then I met Samuel Jackson. I walked into a room and everybody was introducing me to him. He was like, why is Quentin Tarantino telling me who you are? Who are you? I was like, I don't know. I'm just here. I made him laugh. He thinks I'm funny. I don't know. And he said, do you want to be famous or do you want to be an actress? I was like, I don't understand the question. He said, well, which one do you want? I said, I want to be an actress. He said, well, do you need to move to New York? And I said, well, wait, I want to do movies. He said, oh, you want to be famous. then you need to move to LA. He calls my mom. I couldn't have him. He calls my mom. He's like, hey, this is Sam. My mom was like, who playing on my phone? Who is this? He's like, this is Sam, and your daughter is moving to LA. I filmed Django March 2012 in New Orleans, Louisiana, and I moved to LA August 2012.
Wow.
Nice.
I love
Did you
school.
discuss this with Courtney?
No.
So he could have a script. This is a movie.
I got one right now. I
wrote
got
the
one
book
now.
on it.
I got one now. I'll tell you that.
All
We
right.
about to make this.
All
All right,
into a
Chastity,
movie.
you got to follow it. Come on now.
Sorry,
You got to
Chaz.
follow it.
Chaz is amazing.
I don't even know where to start.
Did you rob a
What
bank?
was
Did you
the
rob
que-
anything?
Oh, can I curse? No.
Yes,
oh
you
my
can curse. Yeah,
gosh.
you're more than welcome to.
No. I did
How
not.
many crimes have you committed? Start there.
Now, when you say crime, define what that means.
I did not pay a parking meter once, and I got away with it.
Oh,
scot-free.
gee whiz. I haven't paid a lot of parking meters. But I parked in handicap one time, but it was because it was raining.
that's worse than robbing
Oh my
Chuck E.
gosh.
Cheese.
I'm
You're not
sorry.
even a criminal. You just immoral.
Yes. I'm just-
All right, Chastity, tell us how you got started, all that good stuff, and then we're going to jump into the movie.
Okay, let me make my long story short because she read her whole book on the
My
mic.
bad, y'all.
Oh.
My bad.
But that was
It was good. I'm sitting up here like,
that was the reading.
That was the reading. Yes, go ahead.
don't put this. People gonna try to go to the bank with Chuck E. Cheese coins. Make sure y'all edit that.
They
out.
moved the corn
No,
we,
that
now.
we're definitely gonna make that a clip. That'll be a
got it.
clip. Go ahead, Chastity. Go ahead.
Okay, so oh my gosh, this is okay. With acting, I started in church as well as Black churches got the best
Hello.
drama
Straight up.
theaters. I'm just saying. As well as in middle school. I went to Teague Middle School. My drama teacher was Black, so we did a lot of like Black acting. We went to do competitions. I really, really loved it. So when I actually moved into the suburbs, I had to go to Humble High School, and I was sick of Romeo and Juliet, so I didn't join theater. However, I did participate in like the Black History skits and things like that, and then I had a love for design as well as acting. And I became a mom at 19, so acting was kind of like, I put that on the back burner, and I pursued fashion design, and that opened a ton of doors. The recent door was Project Runway Season 19.
Congrats.
Lord.
Congrats.
Popeye collar.
Yes, Lord.
Project Runway. That's not the one on Amazon.
No, that's Making the Cut.
Making the cut. Okay.
Yeah, the
It's the Emmy one.
rundown version. Yeah, I'm on the Emmy.
Got it.
Talk
That's on Bravo.
Talk that.
Why should we doing you like that,
Talk
though?
about
But no, actually, my sister, she said
My
it.
wife
She
watches
said it.
both.
Okay.
But I do remember. I think it was the Black woman that went on
Making a Cut. Mhm.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
the Emmy winner. Get my sister
Damn
resume
me,
straight. I
you
got
know what I'm saying?
I was a runner up.
Yeah.
Run up.
On,
Congratulations,
19.
regardless.
Yes,
Nice.
yes,
Congrats.
yes.
Yeah, congrats regardless. Yes, yes,
Still
yes.
Should've
Black.
won.
Still Black excellence.
Stop it.
I'm
Anyway,
just saying.
but before that, I met Courtney. Every time I tell a story, I laugh. Why you didn't tell him about your hair?
Cause why they ask about
I
no
met
hair?
Courtney. No. But he didn't tell the story that he was in a music group called the
They didn't
VX.
ask. We was talking about
That's
serious
how
stuff
I
on my
met
turn.
him. I had brought pieces for the models. I was actually in that video, to wear. And he had this like rock star vibe going on. His hair
So long.
was, big and curly. I was like, who is this man over here with this big curly ponytail?
We don't have to stay back here. We can keep. They talking about.
No,
your
it's
story.
funny. But that's how I met you. But I had no idea he was a writer. So one day he hit me up. He was like, hey, I need an extra for a film. And I was like, okay. And I can't remember what movie that was, but I was just an extra. I played in the background. And I was like, oh, he's really talented. Because at first he was quiet. Then I realized Courtney was crazy.
No, just see, we too much.
No, he did a movie called Blink.
I did.
I had a small role in Blink, but actually watching it and seeing what was going on, I was like, oh my gosh, he's very talented, but who comes up with crazy stuff
Oh,
like
we
this
gonna get
to
into that.
put
Don't worry. That is
on screen for people to watch? And then the reading came up. And being that I was really focused on my design career, the only person I would just answer the phone for acting was Courtney.
That's what's up.
And he said, I need you to audition for Jesse. And I said, okay, cool. So I'm like studying for Jesse, go to the audition. I auditioned for Jesse. And then he said, okay, well, now I need you to audition for Scott. I said, say what? I was not prepared for this. And so I did a few auditions. He mixed in a few people. Dee Dee and we were talking in the lobby. I had no idea who she was auditioning for. And she was like, oh, yeah, I know you. I reached out to you to do a fashion show. And I didn't hear back from you. And I'm just sitting there like, I'm sorry, I don't remember. So her and I end up auditioning together and we nailed it.
Wow.
It was like we knew each other before. Wow. Not to say that she was mean to me. It was just a
No.
Yeah, it was just
She was gonna rob you.
Yeah.
She was setting you up.
How many
She
hours
could
you got
have.
on you? When the last time you been to Charles? Charles Entertainment Cheese. When the last time you been there?
She was definitely setting you up in that lobby. She was. She was running you down. She was trying to figure out what.
About my sister right now. Thank you.
Oh my God.
We just tried to let her know to watch her back. I mean,
She actually watches my back for me, especially on set.
she checking to see what she might be able to
I
take.
came in and I was scared of her because of the movie. I'm actually
Oh no,
scared of you now.
y'all legit got a fear.
a runner,
Y'all
she's a
have a fear. This one.
All right, so
Look at her. Look at her.
Yeah,
I do that DDI.
I cannot.
One, it's like a baby
Oh,
doll.
I do that too. Look.
Yeah, see? Oh, see? That's
Nah, we don't want to see that. We do it again. Do it again.
Look.
Put the camera up.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane.
I make that look, but it's not appropriate.
So let's get into the movie then.
Before we get to the movie, I just got one quick question because y'all church based.
Yes.
Your parents weren't pastors.
No.
My great grandfather and my cousin.
Okay, see, I was a pastor's child.
OPK.
Oh, y'all the worst. Oh,
But
I'm
see,
sorry.
but look,
No judgment.
Well, I've been arrested as well, but I did not rob anyone. I did not rob
No sin
anyone.
is greater than another.
It's not.
Hello.
But when y'all was talking about praise dancing, like
Who said praise
she
dancing?
did. She praise
Oh.
danced.
Oh.
And then
You know what? Actually, I did miming. I was in mime.
Oh,
See,
you doing these?
They tried to get me
And I
to
knew
do
sign
that.
language. So
They
yeah.
tried to get me to do that, and it didn't.
Mime?
It did not pan out.
I love
I could
mime.
walk to a gospel song that was like, "Get this nigga out of here." That was the rap. That was the end of my praise dancing career.
Not crip walk to a guy. But no, you need to be asking how y'all know what crip walking is.
Yeah, well, yeah,
I mean, we are the world. We are the world. We
But
are the world.
I was not going to be doing all that. But I can see how acting comes from the praise dancer because you got to follow along. It's a storytelling and all that stuff. But I used to personally laugh at them. But, that's what's up.
That used to make people cry when I was
Yeah, I was great.
I was into it.
It's over now.
We are not doing this.
You push it, you go back.
Oh man, that brings up memories.
And then that one person start get up and shouting.
Yeah.
in the middle
You
of
got to stay, man.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more spiritual now. Well, I'm crazy.
All right, Courtney.
Sir.
To Chastity's point, where do these ideas, thoughts, where does this come from? Just because we've only got the trailer, and we ask for a little more detail if you could share a little.
Okay.
But it's insane. What is happening right now? Where does this come from?
Well, oddly, if y'all think this crazy, I don't need to do no more movies. This was the easiest one. But like most of my ideas come from moments. Like,
Okay.
It'll be something that'll happen. This particular idea came because I was sitting down watching Bobby Brown do a reading with this, I don't know his name, but this little kid.
Oh, Tyler?
I think so. He was little at that point.
Yeah.
Like, it was a couple of years ago.
Okay.
And I saw the little boy's reaction when he found out of something about Bobby Brown that was sad. So his reaction was so genuine. He was like, because he didn't know who Bobby Brown was. He was too young to know who Bobby Brown was. So he was like, "You're Bobby Christina's dad." And I was like, it was just weird how he found out. And I was like, it'll be cool for somebody to enter into this situation where this medium doesn't know this person and finds out stuff about this person's life. And then the story just really developed and grew from that. Actually, when I wrote this, we were just now releasing one of my first films. And as I'm on that red carpet, I was thinking, "Ooh, I can't wait to get home to finish writing this."
Because you knew this was one.
Oh,
you
yeah,
knew it was one.
This is one of my babies. This is it. Like in the film where you have like scripts that, okay, I'm willing to sell, scripts that I'm willing to, let this person direct or let this person produce. But this one was one of them. I was like, yeah, I need to hold this one tight.
Did you have to like do your research, actually go to a medium to see how?
Nah, I'm not going to no but
This
I'm a straight up medium.
I'm not going. It's
I'm not
certain
playing
stuff.
with them.
Let me find out by myself. Don't tell me nothing about my future. I'm cool. I trust it.
Into my dreams. I don't want
I
nobody telling me that.
But I did do research on like how people are affected by reading. And like all in all of that that world, just to make sure I was really, really accurate with what I was doing.
Where did the concept of if you get touched in the reading, where did that come from?
It came from like have you ever, I don't know if they call it like sleep paralysis or whatever.
Oh yeah, when you stuck. When you stuck. Yeah.
Well, when I was a kid one time, I was stuck, but my first time experiencing that, it didn't feel like I was stuck. It felt like somebody was holding me down.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. And in my mind, I'm like, whatever's holding me down wants me to do something. And I just went back to that memory and was like, okay, what if when some spirit comes out, the way that they get to you is by touching you or holding you to make you feel what they felt? Because in my mind, like, in this world I created, I don't know if this is real or not, folks. In this world I created, if a spirit touches you, it would hold you and just put its memories in you. That's how you become possessed, because you think that you are this entity. Not necessarily it's telling you to do something wrong. You just think that you're this entity. So if it's an evil entity and you think you're this entity, it's gonna do fucked up shit. Like, because you believe that you're this entity, you would do what the entity would do. Not necessarily it's forcing you to do something. It's just your mind thinking this or whatever. So all of those things came in play when writing these characters.
Deep, man.
It really is. Like,
I got a question for Chasity though. Chasity, how did you tap into that role? Like, I just seen the trailer this morning and I was freaked out. I had to go back. I kind of watched it again.
Why would you be freaked out?
Because
it's creepy.
Your
like,
body
you really
contorted, like you was like ticking and
really
stuff.
Killed it.
So you making him so excited.
Hey man, I
we
told
we're
you.
eager to see it too. Like,
Told you.
if we could have saw, like, ideally, I would have hoped we could have seen it before, because we do movie reviews also as a part of our
Did y'all get y'all
podcast.
tickets to the
Wednesday, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I've got to connect with him so we can buy them. So we'll be good. But we usually do reviews, like everything from Tubi to old school to current movies.
Okay.
So we kind of evaluate that stuff. So we
you
Well,
that.
thank
Play that for real. How did you tap
that was that
into
praise
though?
dancing.
Yeah, right.
That miming
came in, boy.
Between that and Stump the Yard, she just tapped
Oh,
in.
not something yard. Which team though? Because that
You was
matters.
Chris Brown when he was contorting his body.
I'll take Chris.
I still thought Chris Brown died and stomped the yard from sliding across the thing. But I was
Shut
wrong.
up. I'm
I got the wrong movie.
Not with-
I thought that Chris Brown was sliding on his head.
You should have been
and he
watching.
died.
You should have been watching TMC.
I don't know what I was watching. That's what I saw Chris Brown.
He was
die.
legit watching
Turner
something on
movie
Tubi.
classics.
It was Stomp
For
the Yard.
sure, something on Tubi
I
where
cannot.
neck was broke.
All right,
Exactly.
Chasity, my bad. Go
Exactly.
ahead.
For that role, Courtney actually enrolled me into some kind of dance class.
Okay.
Popping, because I wanted her to learn how to.
I
pop
would
and move
say
around.
everything that I was taught went out the window when it was time to film.
Mhm.
There were certain things that the instructor did teach me about, like tensing up or releasing an energy that I did take, but I watched a lot of, first of all, I love watching this stuff anyway, but like Psychic Kids, there's a show surrounded by them. Like I watch Ghost Hunters, all that stuff. But it was the way like children, how, like you said, Tyler reacted to Bobby Brown. They don't know if they're born with a certain energy or a gift. They don't know how to like communicate that to people who don't have it. So I would, my character was very timid. She was loyal to her friend group.
But when it came to her gift, she knew what type of power she possessed and how it could get out of control. So I just studied the children as opposed to an adult.
Okay.
You know how when people see what's my man name from Power the Kid?
Oh,
Tariq.
Tariq be like, man,
I can't stand Tariq.
I can't stand you. He be like, hey, bro.
Hey,
That's how I feel like when I
You can't stand me?
I'm not saying I can't stand you, but you scared me. Because I see that like
You
your
stole it.
character.
Oh my
That's
gosh!
what
Please
it
don't put that out. I don't
No,
want
you
people.
killed that.
You sold
People
it. Good.
scared of me. No, Tariq. I can't. If I see him,
that's
I'm
the
going
problem.
to
Yeah, that's the
But you should throw
But that means-
vegetables
But
at
that
Angela.
means you did what? A great job.
A great
Right?
job.
You did amazing.
I feel so bad.
You're gonna be like Blair
because I
Underwood.
said next time I see him, I'm gonna have a belt. Be like, you sit your ass down somewhere.
So bad.
Why you gotta give him a spanking, though? I mean, let him.
Is he bad?
Yeah,
I mean, either
in every movie he plays in.
He is.
Yeah, he bad.
Okay, so how was it working with Monique? How was it working with Lee Daniels? I mean, that's our Hollywood elite.
My
You know,
babies,
think about
my
it.
babies.
How was it?
My baby.
What is he doing?
My baby.
Do you act? Is that what you want to do in real
Yeah,
life?
audition.
He's
That's
no
what he
audition.
doing.
He's
No.
good
Yeah,
audition.
yeah.
That's just Monique. Every time she always doing that.
You forgot the
It's
sweet.
hilarious.
We have
My
auditioned-
sweet babies.
My sweet baby.
We have auditioned multiple times on this podcast for different directors.
Tubi.
So we're gonna do it
Be
again.
on
But they
Tubi,
only wanted to
baby.
put us in Tubi movies. We need to be at least
tried,
what y'all
Courtney. We
doing.
tried.
Come on now, y'all Hollywood.
I want to be on Tubi. Hit me with a frying pan.
What?
And get a nine.
Yeah.
We definitely saw- we-
It wasn't the frying pan. It was the sound that
And
they
then
made.
And he just fell straight.
Come on, man.
It's like they use a doorbell ring instead of like a real spray.
Not a
Oh,
doorbell
man.
ring.
Come on, man.
I've actually slipped on a banana peel in real life. I didn't think that was possible.
All right, so tell us, working with our Hollywood elite, how was that?
It was a learning lesson. Monique and Lee taught me a lot. So when I went and I got Monique, one of the first impressions I got her, like I tell everybody, Monique is like a really auntie that loves you, but really gonna tell you how it is and what you need to. She's not gonna tell you what you need to hear. She's not gonna tell you what you want to hear. She's gonna tell you what you need to hear. And I tell you, if you're sensitive to certain things, then you'll take it offensively. You know what I'm saying? But Monique was a great auntie. Like she came, she worked with the cast like in certain spots that we weren't. Like I tell everybody, this was my first time working with somebody of that accord too. So in those moments, I'm learning as well. She came on set. She actually taught me how to demand respect on set. Not necessarily, and it was so funny. I didn't even know I was missing it. She would bring up certain things, and I'm like, oh, that does make the set go faster if they would be quiet while I'm trying to do this, that, and the third. And being an independent filmmaker, you don't know those things quite because you're still learning, and I'm still a student to it. The film after we finished cut, I did a edit of the film, and at first the film was maybe like 2 hours and 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I was like, oh, this is the truth. And then I took it to my executive producers, and they were like, hell no, this ain't it.
Yeah.
Now, did they trim some of your favorite parts?
Oh man, so they didn't, because I have creative control. So
Okay.
I didn't.
Okay.
I ain't want no advice at that point. But there's somebody made a statement and was like, you need to get in a room with some people that aren't your friends to tell you the truth about what you need. And I was like, all right. So then I went and got Lee. So Lee came in after the film was completed.
Wow.
And then Lee was like, man, this film is amazing, but you need to shave like 30 minutes. Nigga, what?
For real. That's tough, man.
What you mean?
Yeah.
So I fought him tooth and nail, but Lee was so cool. Lee was like, all right, come out to the house. We literally sat on his couch and he was like, why are you doing this? Like, why is this scene in here? Because it's good. It's a great scene, but why is it in here? Well, it's to push this narrative forward. Well, you already said that. So now you're saying it again. You're overtelling your story. Yeah, but we worked on this scene for like a month, Lee. Yeah, but it slows down the film. All right, I'm going to chop it. And we was there for like 2 hours. And then I started seeing, I already said this before. And he was like, you got it. Go ahead. And so then I left, sent it back to him. It was 1:47. Man, you need to come back out here. Really? Fuck yeah. Yeah. He was like, you need to come back out here. He was like, you need about 15 more minutes. I'm like, Lee, I don't see it. I call Lee has a producing partner and a associate named Jeremy, and I used to call Jeremy, man, Lee tripping. He was like, man, just come and let's just see the movie. So I flew out there again. We watched the movie, and he was like, it's tight, but you can get it a little bit more tighter. And he would just point out little things. And I mean, like, it's like this. If you can chop 1 second, and I'm talking about like it's very surgical. It's like, yeah, this person is turning, but you don't need to see them get there. Like, it's like when you first see this person going this way, you don't have to hold the camera for them to go rest and all of that.
Yeah.
So he was like, we see them turning, go to the next shot. You don't have to hold that. So it was little things like that he really just helped me tell the story I want to tell in a faster way. Also, because it's a thriller. Thrillers are supposed to be fast.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're supposed to be fast. So he really helped speed up the rhythm of the film. So working with, I talk to Lee all the time. So working with him is great. We got some more stuff that we got.
Man, that's what's up.
Nice.
On the acting side, how was it working with Monique? Like, what was that like?
3 minutes.
No, straight up. I think for me personally, I do a lot of stand-in and doubling in LA, and off-camera dialogue reading. So I get to work a lot with those celebrities, and I think I fall to imposter syndrome a lot because they know I'm great, but I'm not like in their position, and they know that. So it's like that, like, okay, well, am I great, or are they keeping me here? And I think I have to talk myself out of it a lot, and I don't know I'm doing it, and she noticed when I was doing it. She clocked it. Monique clocked it a lot, so she wouldn't baby me on it. She was like, cut that shit out.
Wow.
I can hear you and I see you and you remind me of me. Cut that shit out. If your director, if Courtney is saying you're doing great, stop second guessing it. I can see it. So she really like made me step out of that, because I am like the second to like the Regina Halls and stuff. I'm their second. I'm their double.
So you're the double.
I do
Regina
all the hard
Hall.
stuff.
Who else? Who are the others?
Regina Hall just did Dominique Fishback, Aja Naomi King, Kerry Washington. I've done pretty much every black, Yvonne Orji, Issa Rae for a little bit, Christina Hendricks. Like, I've done probably every black woman, and I was Serena and Venus's double and stand-in, and King Richard. Wow. So I was Will Smith's reader.
Yeah.
So when they had to go home, I have to act with him, right? Yeah. And I have to give them that emotion. And they're like, "You're freaking great," but nobody gets to see it, right? I'm off camera,
but
this time you get to see it, And I do a lot of independence and Tubi. I've done that, and I write, so I don't get to like just be the actress. Yeah. Like, I always got to be something else, and it takes me out of acting. And I think her talks, especially with me and Chaz, I know Chaz gonna give her experience, but for her to see two young black women in a film like this, she was proud, but she wanted to make sure we like enjoyed this ride and knew like, y'all need to know y'all great. This imposter syndrome shit you got going on, stop it. Yeah. If I'm giving you a note, it's because I already see you great, and I see you holding back. Don't hold back. So I think for me, she was great in that essence to have, like, we would be doing a scene. It wouldn't even be her scene. She'd be over there like, Jesse, shit. Like, she'd be over there like, I was like, oh shit, I did it, right? Because I knew I was great, right? She did it. I knew I was great, but it was like those moments I'd be like, okay, hold on. Courtney ain't saying nothing. I will always ask, Courtney, was it good? Shit, you need to tell me. I need notes. He's like,
Courtney seemed like he just let it. You chilling.
If it's not good, Courtney will tell you.
Well, I had different directors. Like,
it's not. I had to tell Chasity.
It's not funny.
It is, because I'm sorry. I had to tell Chasity, like, bro, because this is my homie.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to tell her, like, because she was like, bro, it's good. I'm like, Chess, I'm not going to let you fuck my film. Like, yeah, it's good.
I had to know.
I'm not just letting you go.
Not just having you here.
Just money
for a reason.
Right.
For a reason.
But you have some crazy director. I've seen directors like run on, like, no, you like, so I've been in that environment.
Where they been around Tarantino.
Yeah, I've been around like the Quentin Tarantino. Like, Quentin Tarantino cussed out like Leo.
But you You North Side, you Houston, man. Like it's different.
For me, I tell people this all the time. If I'm not upset, nobody should be upset. I'm the one spending the money.
Straight up.
So I understand when we getting behind. But like me, my faith is huge. Everything happens for a reason. Man, God gonna let this happen the way He's supposed to let this happen.
Exactly.
I ain't worried about it, because if we fuck up, we just gonna shoot another day. Like I'm not.
Yeah.
I need everybody to feel. People work best when they're comfortable. Definitely. Now there's a line between comfortable and disrespectful. Like you're not gonna disrespect my space.
Yeah.
We not fit to lag around. We not fit to be late. But as long as we doing our thing, bro, this supposed to be fun. We making movies.
Straight up.
Come on.
Straight up.
We making movies. Right. Like we ain't surgery, and we not at nobody's warehouse sweating to death. Like we making movies. If this ain't fun, then what is, what I'm saying? So I just want everybody to enjoy it. And I don't like working in really tense spaces anyway, because my creativity is gone. So if somebody's angry, if something's happening on set, then if I'm fucked up, the whole set fucked up. So I need to be as calm as I possibly can be. And working with them, like, do you see how I don't gotta say shit on this podcast? I'm gonna let them roll. Y'all done got a robbery story. Y'all done got a fashion the thing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta say y'all. If y'all almost got jumped, y'all didn't know it.
I know.
That's not off the table yet.
I mean, he went out to the car to get that thing. That's why he. So
he got something for him. You know what I mean?
So
we age for real.
I'm in the middle. I'm like, hey.
All right, Chasity. Anything that you got maybe that because I know you may have had more on screen time with Monique in the film. Like, did you have the most maybe, or how did that work out?
I would say, we had individual scenes, but like my sister said, she was very, and this is what I really admire about her. When it was cut for her, she could have went back to the trailer. But she would stay and critique us, or she would stay for me to do my lines, and that really helped me a lot. And I really had a problem. I love horror films. I always wondered, what's that? The Exonerated 5?
Yeah.
That show, I heard that they had to have like psychiatric people on I was like, I wonder why. And it's because of what they had to tap into. And for me, I felt silly because there were times when I first met Monique on set, she said we're gonna have to go to some really dark places for these roles. And, I'm like, oh yeah. But then tapping into that, I was like, oh yeah, how do I turn this shit off?
Yeah.
I did not know how to do that. And I felt dumb because I was just like, I don't want to ask nobody. And I ended up telling them while they were setting up cameras for one scene, and she heard me. And she was just like, we're not doing that. You leave Sky here. What we're doing is fun. This is just a role. This is not who you are. Don't take this back to your children. Don't take this back home with you. And I was just like, wow, okay. So I have to find ways to disconnect. And I would, but it took me a few days to do that. My husband was freaking out because he was just like,
figure this out.
Yeah.
You woke up in the middle of the night and you...
I did not.
The TV was on the blue screen.
I did not.
They're here.
Don't do that.
Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah.
This is, that's the
Meisner.
extreme, part of it. But yeah, some actors, lose that fight and don't know how to detach from the role. But they do say that the Joker is one of the hardest roles to play because of the psychiatric or the mental state that you have to be in to play that role. Everybody that I think has played it has said it's something that they have to get counseling for.
With Jared Leto, he sent a pig head to everybody or something like that. They just they try to
they would shoot a gun on The Exorcist when it was quiet to make everybody jump, like a fake gun, just to make them because everybody was tense. But a lot of actors do Meisner method acting, so they so if I was to play like a stripper, I would actually go to the strip club and be sure. So some actors kind of just like get evolved in
you
that.
You gotta be that person.
You gotta be that person, right? Some people don't.
They create great actors. Just I believe that you just definitely have to be able to turn that out. You can't, you just can't bring that home in any package. It's one thing that's weird. You can tell like productions are very, very intense on the mind and the body. Because every time I do a shoot, when we yell cut the last day, I get sick.
Wow.
Like I'm cool. And for some reason, after every time, cut, all right, guys, that's a wrap. Flu, boom. Like immediately.
Your body was just worn down.
Every single time, it never fails. I always get sick and I'm down for like a week after that. So it's crazy.
Do you feel like, hold on, LP, do you feel like we do that on the podcast?
Hell no.
No?
See,
I go
this
home and I'm perfectly fine.
I
tap into something.
I think I'm exhausted sometimes after.
Yeah.
Because I do the preparation.
So this is why.
What have you prepared?
Oh,
Huh?
What have you prepared?
Okay, so anytime we have gone viral, let me talk my shit. Then.
See, that's why he didn't praise
Don't
me.
come for me unless I sing for you first off. This is the reading. You know what I'm saying? I watch Housewives with my wife, so I can go there.
Wait, which season? Which one?
I watch Potomac with my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Salt Lake City sucks.
So you Giselle.
Hell no.
Which one was your favorite?
My favorite's Karen.
Oh, I just
I
dressed
love
up for the
Karen.
reunion.
And what I was saying was,
you know what I'm saying?
for interviews and stuff, I'm typically the person who does like the backstory.
Yeah, he do all
So
that.
that's what I'm saying.
I just come in and freestyle.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying.
Giselle, Rob.
But when it comes to like social media, he's got really better. But social media,
Nah, that's you. We know that.
I do that. I'm starting to work on the design, so I'm trying to get on your level. You know what I'm saying? And then I bring the personality. So
Without question. But what he was asking was, do we have like an exhaustion point? Like when you're preparing for an interview, sometimes you do at the end, like, wow, I'm glad I got that out. Maybe I missed this. Man, I messed up. I wanted to ask that. There are some things that I kind of feel that you may not.
I apologize.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
You see how we get along? This is real though. This is real. All right, so before we wrap, what can people expect from the film? And then I got some questions that I just want to ask, like your favorite horror, your favorite thriller, and then we're gonna go directly to you at the end. Like, what can we see from you like the next 10 years? But what can people expect from the film?
Don't look at me.
Hey.
Don't look at me. I think so. I definitely think that it's going to be something that you guys. I do think that it's going to be enjoyable. It's going to be a roller coaster. I think that the film pulls you in because I love writing about real people. So like even, and this is crazy. Like even with them, they're best friends in the film. There is a scene that I forgot they didn't know each other until the cat. It's crazy. So I think that it was the perfect cast. I would not recast anybody at this point. You're gonna be on the edge of your seat, and it's a lot of twists and turns. And what I can say is, what you think this film is about, it's not.
Oh,
It's really not.
because I think I know it, but
Go. What you think?
Yeah, I would love to know.
I would love.
I got my.
I want to hear
thoughts as
praise
well.
dance.
I would actually want to know y'all
praise
theory.
dance.
My thought is from just watching the trailer, tapping into the she taps into the daughter, but it's a different spirit that gets her. That's why everybody start killing. Because I was wondering like why a daughter would want to kill somebody. They was maliciously killed from what I believe, but I feel like another demon intercepted and then took over her body.
Nope. Go ahead.
Nope.
damn. Okay.
Don't tell them that they write it down.
Yeah, don't tell us that.
Maybe, possibly.
Possibly.
So I
had
thought
to say it like
I thought
that.
similar.
My bad.
He gonna go home and cry. You should have praised dance.
You should have praised dance.
Oh,
Sorry, push it away. Push it away.
No, my bad.
Push it back. Push it back.
My bad.
So I thought similar,
Okay.
but I'm assuming there has to be an additional twist with Monique's character.
Okay.
I'm assuming that she's gonna be murdering also.
Okay.
So that's kind of what I think.
Do I say no? Do I just hope?
Just let them
Just let
think what they want to think.
Phil, what you
Just
think?
say okay.
Okay.
These guys are movie watchers. I'm not a big movie watcher.
Well, get out. The hell? You gonna watch this one?
Another
I am gonna
great
watch this.
film,
I am gonna watch
black
this
film director.
I was really stuck on your part. I couldn't get past your part, like in the trailer. And I'm not a horror movie watcher. Like I don't fuck with that shit at all. But
Grown
I
man
seen-
get bad dreams
Yeah, I
and shit.
can't fuck with. I used to think Michael Jackson was in the closet and shit.
Oh, Michael Jackson.
Probably
Oh
was.
my god. What from Thriller?
yeah.
Okay.
I thought you were just talking about Michael jumping out the closet saying PYT.
About to say Michael Myers. He said Michael Jackson.
Oh my god.
I don't really know. But I want to be that way though. I don't want to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So we know what to expect. Let's get into favorite horror film
Oh, everybody.
or thriller.
Ooh, everybody know me. I know I got a mini like Evil Dead.
Top 3.
I cannot do a top 3.
That's what we need.
Spot.
That's what we got time for.
Oh
top
my
3.
god, top 3. Shoots. There's so many good ones. Scream would be my favorite slasher.
Okay.
I love I love him. He died though. I'm sad.
Dewey?
Scream. Huh?
You talking about Dewey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, not Dewey. Wes Craven.
Oh,
She's talking about the
I'm
director.
talking about the writer.
got you.
He said, "Dewey, you ruined it for people that ain't seen the last Scream."
They should have watched it.
Go. Please, Didi, please.
Evil Dead,
Okay.
and maybe between American Psycho, Flowers in the Attic, People Under the
That's
Stairs.
too many. That's way.
Texas
People
Chainsaw
on the
Massacre
Stairs
song.
Is my shit.
People on the
Huh?
stairs is good.
People
People on the Stairs is
Stairs.
like my thing.
That's the one I feel like could be remade
Yeah,
to be
they
modern.
tried,
Leave it
but they
alone.
tried.
But it'd be weird though because
Like,
they were on that
the
technology.
I feel you
Flowers in the
because
Attic is
it's
great.
so ahead of its time.
Yeah,
that
leave it alone.
But like with
Yeah.
everything that's
Did you
going
like
on,
Petals in the
especially with
Wind?
gentrification,
Right.
That could work.
man, that would be that would be a hit.
I love people.
All right,
It'll
Chasity.
be like Candyman, and I didn't like the remake of it.
I didn't
Yeah.
watch the
Just
remake
like
of it.
that.
I didn't like the
Just
remake
like
either.
that.
All right,
I
Chasity,
like
what
the original Candyman.
Okay.
Flowers in the Attic really messed me
Yeah,
up.
that's my shit.
And I would have to say, like, the first Saw.
The first Saw was crazy.
Yeah.
It was.
Saw 2 for me.
Saw 2 over
But
Saw
the first one was so shocking because you
Yeah.
wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
That's what I like. I didn't expect what I.
So we only talking about like horror thrillers.
Yeah, horror
Yeah.
thrillers. Horror thrillers.
These guys. So I would do Jason, Mike.
Wait, hold on.
Freddie.
Put the camera on.
Man, forget Freddy.
I'll get these.
I love Freddie.
number
He,
one.
he sleeved down
I
with
love
horror
Freddy.
But see,
film.
that's
Freddie
for-
number
what-
Freddie.
one,
Freddie
two,
number one.
Yeah.
Elm Street is one of. They created
Wes
a
Craven's
villain
great.
that couldn't be stopped.
Exactly.
How do you not go to sleep?
Straight up.
Duh.
Wes
Straight up.
Craven.
I ain't gonna lie.
That is
How do you
true.
not
Wes
go to sleep?
Craven.
I couldn't watch that growing up. Like I watched it, but like I couldn't watch that before
boy
I
hit
went to
them
bed.
Arms in that alleyway. I was like, oh nigga, this is.
That's
He
it.
was just
Yeah.
clawing that wall, and I was like,
Yeah.
and then I didn't even realize Cuz only had like one.
Yeah.
It's like he was killing people just one handed.
Yeah, man.
If he was a basketball player, he'd be one dimensional.
He'd be like that one guy. What's the dude with the one arm?
Handsome.
Hansel.
Oh, my God.
He's like, all right. Next 10 years, what can we expect from you, brother?
So for the next 10, I plan on. So this year, I really want to focus on another film, which Didi is already starring in. So I'm probably gonna do like another thriller, and then I want to do a drama. A redo a drama that I did before. But like the next 10 years, I have a couple of series that I want to work on. I have a really important meeting in like a month to get this production deal. But I just really want to do about one feature film a year at the minimum here in Houston.
That's what's up.
Like that's the goal.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So let everybody know where they can find you. All that good stuff. We'll make sure that your handles and everything on the screen. We'll start with you and then we'll go around.
You can find me at Courtney Glaude anywhere. Just my name, back to back. COURTNEY GLAUDE on every platform.
Appreciate it.
Instagram Chasity _S_Jenkins. My design page is just Chasity Sorrell.
And you can find me everywhere at DD Hardeman, DEDEHARDEMAN.
And movie drops on BT Plus when?
Tutu.
Second. Make sure y'all watch it at home by yourself because we
By
need
yourself.
every one of those clicks.
And we will. This
Don't
will
do
go out.
watch parties. That brings 20 people in one spot.
Do it
watch
by
it
yourself.
at home.
By
Watch
yourself.
it at home by
And,
yourself.
and this will go out tomorrow.
Bet.
So for when people see this, it'll be Sunday the what? 29th?
29.
Yes.
Yeah, Sunday the 29th.
29th.
So this will be out ahead of the movie so people will know. Y'all go tap in on that.
Right.
All right. This is a special episode.
Yeah, this is
a special episode.
Special episode. No number.
He said he was going to praise dance to end it off. Here we go.
Oh.
Wait,
Why
that's
is it
not
that
your
move?
way.
Praise
Nah,
dance.
I got one. You You know, they
Oh,
do that
Oh,
shit.
that's it.
Yeah, they used to do that shit.
You got to do the fast hands too. You got to bring the Lord in you.
This
There it is.
This is
Yeah, that's why I ain't never do that shit.
am I
That's why I used to crib rock.